K808 Armored Personnel Carrier. The K808/800 wheeled Armored Personnel Carrier is family of 6.6 and 8.8 armored vehicles. Developed by Hyundai Rotem as a private venture in 2012. Hyundai Rotem, a subsidiary of Hyundai Motor Group, made the K808/800 in competition with the Doosan Black Fox and Samsung Techwin MPV, and eventually won the competition. Development. On 9 May 2016, the vehicles, officially designated as the K808 and K806, passed their final qualification tests, allowing for production to begin for deployment the next year. 600 units are to be produced by 2023. The wheeled vehicles were created to enhance the mobility and striking power of infantry over the slower K200 and K21 tracked vehicles, with the K808 designed for fast troop deployment and reconnaissance missions in front-line areas, while the K806 is intended for mobile strike and reconnaissance missions in the rear. Their wheeled designs make them better suited for contributing to United Nations peacekeeping operations and finding export markets. Hyundai Rotem expected an order by October 2016 for 16 low-rate initial production vehicles to be delivered to the ROCA for field trials, scheduled to last till late 2017. Production would then commence in 2018 at a rate of 100 per year. Out of 600 total wheeled armored vehicles WAV, although the two variants share many performance characteristics, they have different concepts of operations. The 16-ton 6-ton K806 can perform rear echelon roles such as facility defense and logistics convoy protection, while the 20-ton 22-ton K808 can conduct high-intensity combat operations alongside Cone Aeon and K2 main battle tanks. In September 2018, the Defense Acquisition Program Administration announced Hyundai Rotem would begin mass-producing the K806 and K808 vehicles later in the year. Design. The engine is located in the front on the left side, while the driver sits beside the engine to the right. The troop compartment is at the rear, accommodating 10 fully equipped soldiers plus 2 crew members. Troops enter and exit the vehicle via a rear automatic ramp in addition to 4 roof hatches. Protection. The K808/806 has an all-welded armored hull that provides protection against small arms fire and artillery shell splinters. It can be fitted with add-on armor for a higher level of protection. It is also equipped with the NBC protection system. The 8.8 version is more heavily armored than the 6.6 version. Engine. Initially, the K808/806 Scorpion was fitted with a Hyundai diesel engine developing 380 HP, but later this engine was replaced with another Hyundai engine developing 420 HP with a 7-speed transmission and 2-mode secondary transmission. This engine is used in 8.8 configuration. The vehicle has an automatic drive line management system, central tire inflation system, and run-flat tires. The Scorpion 8.8 is fully amphibious, propelled by 2 water jets, but the Scorpion 6.6 is not. Weapons. The vehicle is provided with a remotely controlled weapon station armed with a 40 mm automatic grenade launcher or 12.7 mm machine gun. It can also support a 2-man turret armed with a 30 mm cannon and coaxial 7.62 mm machine gun. It can also feature a manned weapon station with a 40 mm grenade launcher and 7.62 mm machine gun. In Korean service, the K806/K808 will be outfitted with a 1-person protected weapon station armed with an M2 HV machine gun, rather than an RWS, to reduce acquisition costs, although the company could supply such systems if requested. In June 2020, Hanwha Defense was given a contract to deliver the 30mm anti-aircraft gun-wheeled vehicle system Agua to the ROK military, a K808 chassis fitted with the twin 30mm cannon turret of the K-30B. It has greater range than the Vulcan air defense system VADS it will replace, and mass production will start in 2021. Variants: K1 Medical Evacuation Vehicle MEV, based on the 6.6 chassis. K1 Armored Combat Vehicle ACV, based on the 6.6 chassis. K1 Mobile Gun System MGS, armed with 90mm gun, based on the 6.6 chassis. KW2 K808 Armored Personnel Carrier APC, based on the 6.6 chassis. KW2 Jupiter K808 Fire Support Vehicle, armed with a 120mm gun, based on the K808 chassis. KW2 30mm Self-Propelled Anti-Aircraft Gun, based on the K808 chassis. KW2 120mm Mortar Carrier, based on the K808 chassis. KW2 Command Post, based on the K808 chassis. KW2 Anti-Tank Vehicle, features RWS with 30mm cannon and 2 Raybolt ATMs, based on the K808 chassis.